Denis Siplenkov's hopes were crushed when 2 out of his 3 training partners lost at the Armatura 8 event, which happened at the Siberian Power Show. Sergey Chirvovov, who was consistently overwhelming Denis Siplenkov in their sparrings, got beat 3-0 by Grigory Lyashchuk. However, it's worth mentioning that he did put up a good fight in one of those 3 rounds. So the gap between these two wasn't too big. It wasn't something that Sergey couldn't overcome in the future. Grigory Lyashchuk may not be the best arm wrestler in Russia now, but he certainly is one of the best for sure. And if Chirvovov, who I'm guessing is still new to the sport, is able to stop him, even though it was just for a few seconds, and that too with a flop wrist, still it means a lot. And because of this, it's not looking good for Denis Siplenkov because he literally couldn't do anything against Chirvovov. I know Denis isn't training right now, but even in this shape, which is possibly his worst shape in last 3 to 4 years, he still probably should be number 2 in Russia behind Vitaly Lalitin, but that clearly isn't the case anymore. Finally, Valera Chobutaru was able to win something. He was able to defeat his opponent 3-0. Definitely not an easy match, but still a very comfortable win overall. And then the main event. Schoolboy defeated Sergey Tokarev with a score of 3-1. I knew Tokarev has a very good King's move, definitely better than Ryan Bowen, so I did see the flop press coming from Schoolboy, and that's exactly how he won this super match. Sergey showed a good performance in one of the AMC tournaments. He's over 105 kilos as far as I remember, and he's definitely one of the top guys in Russia around that weight. And add on top of that, he's a veteran of the sport. He has been in arm wrestling for almost 2 decades. So this win definitely means a lot for Schoolboy. And it also showed his weakness, his flaw, which was highlighted in the Leonidas Arcona match as well. Schoolboy's wrist. It gets taken in almost every match. At this age of 23 or 24 years, he doesn't want and he doesn't need the flop press to be his primary weapon. He needs that top roll, he needs that wrist strengthening. Now I want to suggest a super match for Schoolboy. Now that we know that John Brzenk is retired, well, at least for a year or so, the Schoolboy versus John Brzenk match, which I kept on demanding on this channel, is never going to happen. Just think about it, we lost that beautiful match forever. Why did it happen? I don't know. Maybe East versus West was more interested in seeing John Brzenk getting beat by Yoshinobu Kanai compared to John Brzenk having a good super match against Schoolboy. So now the next match that I want to suggest is Chance Shaw versus Schoolboy. They both have discussed this match before as well. About a couple of years ago, Schoolboy believed that he is not ready for Chance Shaw. Now he certainly is. We need to see this match now, this year, before Schoolboy becomes too strong for Chance Shaw and even this super match goes out of our hand. And finally, Ryan Bowen is back in the commentary box for King of the Table 14. I've always said that Ryan Bowen is the best English commentator that we have as of now. He's better than Neil Pickup in my books. And definitely a dozen times better than Travis Bagent. Whenever this Travis Bagent commentary issue, it is criticized by the fans online. Some people always say, well, I like Travis Bagent's commentary because he's funny. We are in a strength sport. It's not a comedy show. Travis is a commentator, he's not a comedian. While comedy is good in all aspects of life, it shouldn't be the primary and the only skill set of a commentator. Thanks for watching, like the video, and I'll see you again.